Hello everyone, welcome to SWAYAM course in Microbial Technology. Myself Neetu Das, Assistant Professor in Microbiology. Today we will discuss on the topic gene expression. In previous lecture, we have learned DNA replication in eukaryotes, where we have discussed how eukaryotic chromosomal genome replicated through semi-conservative method, the role of pre-replicative complex proteins in initiation of the replication process, which is little bit different and complex process in eukaryotes than prokaryotes. After that, elongation of replication, which is similar to prokaryotes, and termination process in telomeric region of the chromosome. Today, we will see gene expression process under sub-themes such as what is gene expression, when it is expressed, where it is expressed, why it is expressed, and what are the phenomenon of gene expression. First of all, let us start with introduction. As we know, living organisms, whether it is higher eukaryotes or lower prokaryotes, their genetic information transfer from one generation to next generation, from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein. The term gene expression is used for expression of gene. So, here expression means formation of RNA, then polypeptide for functional protein synthesis is gene expression. It is an important phenomena for survival of an organisms. When organisms need proteins for doing metabolic activity, it is expressed under regulated cytoplasmic conditions. During this condition, living cells DNA expressed and make essential enzymes and proteins for their metabolic activity. In prokaryotes, gene expression occurs in nucleoid, which is non-membranous structure, but in eukaryotes, transcription is accomplished in nucleus, where messenger RNA synthesized and then transferred through nuclear pore to cytoplasm, where polypeptide chain is synthesized with the help of ribosomes, transfer RNAs and amino acids. Let us know what is gene. Gene is a small segment of DNA that is polynucleotide sequence that code functional products such as polypeptides, transfer RNAs or ribosomal RNAs for proper functioning and reproduction of organisms. The nucleotide sequences of protein coding genes are distinct from RNA coding genes and non-coding regions because when transcribed, the resulting messenger RNA can be read in discrete sequences of sets of 3 nucleotides, each set being S codon. Each codon codes for a single amino acid. The sequence of codon is read in only one way to produce a single product, that is, the code is not overlapping and there is a single starting point with one reading frame or way in which nucleotides are grouped into codons. Each strand of DNA therefore usually consists of gene sequences that do not overlap one another. There are some exceptions to the rule. In some viruses such as bacteriophage 5×174 have overlapping genes and parts of genes overlap in some bacterial genome. Prokaryotic and viral genes structure differs greatly from that of the eukaryotes. In prokaryotes and virus, the coding information within a gene normally is continuous, whereas in eukaryotes, many genes contain coding information exons, interrupted periodically by non-coding sequences introns. Exon or coding regions is defined as the segment of the eukaryotic gene that encodes portion of the final product of the gene. They are present only in eukaryotic gene and they are very important segment of the gene. Exons are interspaced by introns. The introns must be cut or spliced out of the messenger RNA before the protein is made. Eukaryotes have the ability to cut and paste messenger RNA molecules so that they can encode more than one polypeptide by process of alternating splicing. Let's see genes that code for proteins. In order for genetic information in the DNA to be used, it must first be transcribed to form an RNA molecule. The RNA product of a gene that codes for a protein is messenger RNA. As we know, DNA is double-stranded and its only one strand of a gene contains information and directs RNA synthesis. This strand is called template strand and the complementing strand is known as coding strand because it is the same nucleotide sequence as the messenger RNA except in DNA bases. In this figure, we can see a non-coding or template strand and complementary strand or coding strand where sequence of coding strand is similar to primary messenger RNA transcript. Thymine of coding sequence is replaced by uracil in messenger RNA. And this figure we can see the messenger RNA is similar to coding strand and sequences of 3 nucleotides code specific for amino acid such as AUG for methionine, UCU for serine and so on. This figure shows gene of prokaryotes and virus where coding information within a gene normally is continuous. There is no any interruption after regulatory gene in a operon. In this figure, we can see in eukaryotes many genes contain coding information, exons, interrupted periodically by non-coding sequences, introns. There is 2 steps in gene expression. Gene expression begins with the synthesis of an RNA copy of the gene or nucleotide sequence in which DNA directed RNA synthesis. So, this process is called transcription because the DNA based sequence is being written into an RNA based sequence. And the RNA product of a gene is known as messenger RNA that codes for a protein and this process is known as translation. Let's know about product of transcription, that is ribonucleic acid or RNA. RNA is a type of nucleic acid which is called as ribonucleic acid. Its composition is ribose sugar, nitrogenous bases like adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil in place of thymine and phosphate group. It is a single stranded nucleotides. They are mainly of 3 types. First is messenger RNA, second transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA. Let's come to know how RNA is synthesized in transcription process. In transcription process, synthesis of RNA under the direction of DNA. The RNA product has a sequence complementary to the DNA template directing its synthesis. In messenger RNA, purine, thymine is not found, but during transcription, adenine of DNA codes for uracil. Transcription generates 3 kinds of RNA. First is messenger RNA that bears the message for protein synthesis, and this messenger RNA often bears coding information transcribed from adjacent genes. So, messenger RNA is said to be polycistronic. On the other hand, eukaryotic messenger RNA are monocistronic that contain information for a single polypeptide. Second is transfer RNA that carries amino acids during protein synthesis, and third is ribosomal RNA that are components of ribosome. This is the figure of eukaryotic messenger RNA which shows monocistronic coding region and prokaryotic messenger RNA that shows polycistronic coding region. First of all, we will discuss about template strand of gene. The messenger RNA is made from the 5' to 3' end. So, the polarity of DNA template strand is 3' to 5'. Therefore, the beginning of the gene is at the 3' end of the template strand. The important site, that is promoter, is located at the start of the gene. The promoter is recognition and binding site for RNA polymerase enzyme. The promoter is neither transcribed nor translated. It functions strictly to orient RNA polymerase a specific distance from the first DNA nucleotide that will serve as a template. The transcription start site is +1, represent the first nucleotide in the messenger RNA synthesized from the gene. The initially transcribed portion of the gene does not necessarily code for amino acids. Instead, it is a leader sequence that is transcribed into messenger RNA but is not translated into amino acids. The leader sequence includes a region called the Sain-Dalgarno sequence that is important in the initiation of translation and also involved in regulation of transcription and translation. Just after leader sequence, coding region is present. The coding region begins with the template DNA sequence 3' TAC 5'. This sequence produces the codon AUG, which codes for N-formylmethionine in bacteria, which is modified amino acids for protein synthesis. Remainder part of the coding region consists of a sequence of codons that specifies the sequence of amino acids for that particular protein. The coding regions end with a special codon called the stop codon, which signals the end of protein and stop the ribosome during translation. After that, trailer sequence is present, which is needed for proper expression of the coding region of a gene. Although the stop codon is not recognized by RNA polymerase during transcription, a terminator sequence is used to stop transcription by dislodging the RNA polymerase from the template DNA. Let us know the details of bacterial promoter of coding strand that have two important features. In promoter region, a sequence of 6 bases thymine, guanine, adenine, cytosine, adenine, about 35 base pairs before the transcription starting point is present. Second is a thymine, adenine, thymine, adenine, adenine, thymine sequence or Pribno box that is about 10 base pairs upstream of the transcriptional start point. These regions are called the -35 and -10 sites respectively, while the first nucleotide to be transcribed is referred to as the +1 site. This figure shows the promoter region of -35 and -10 consensus sequences of coding strand. These sequences are conserved regions of coding strand. These sequences are located before the transcription start point. Now let us know the requirements and mechanism of transcription occur in prokaryotes. RNA is synthesized under direction of DNA by the enzyme RNA polymerase in prokaryotes. It is quite similar to reaction that catalyzed by DNA polymerase, in which ATP, GTP, CTP and UTP are used to produce RNA complementary to the DNA template. These nucleotides contain ribose sugar rather than deoxyribose sugar. Like DNA synthesis, RNA synthesis also proceeds in a 5' to 3' direction, with new nucleotides being added to the 3' end of growing chain at a rate of about 40 nucleotides per second. During this synthesis process, pyrophosphate is produced. This figure shows the polarity of DNA template, that is 3' to 5'. Therefore, beginning of the gene is at the 3' end of template strand. Let us know about bacterial RNA polymerase enzyme. Bacterial RNA polymerases contain 5 types of polypeptide chain: alpha, beta, beta dash, omega and sigma. The core enzyme is composed of 5 chains, 2 alpha, 1 beta, beta dash and omega, and catalyzes RNA synthesis. Sigma factor has no catalytic activity, but it helps the core enzyme to recognize the start of genes. When it binds to core enzyme, then the core enzyme is termed as RNA polymerase holoenzyme. Only holoenzyme can begin transcription, and once it has been initiated, it completes RNA synthesis. This figure shows subunits of RNA polymerase enzyme, in which core enzyme is made up of alpha, beta, beta dash and omega subunits. When sigma factor binds with core enzyme, then it converts into RNA polymerase holoenzyme. Let's know functions of different subunits such as alpha subunit that involved in the assembly of core enzyme, recognition of promoters and interaction with some regulatory factors. Beta dash subunit has binding site for DNA, omega subunit to be involved in stabilizing the conformation of the beta dash subunits, and beta subunit binds ribonucleotide substrates. Let's see the importance of sigma factor. The RNA polymerase enzyme is close-shaped with clamp domain that closes on an internal channel. It contains magnesium and active site. Sigma factors interact with the core enzyme and specifically binds to element of the promoter region. Sigma factor may widen the channel so that DNA can enter the interior of the polymerase complex. Let's come to the transcription process that involves three processes, that are initiation, elongation and termination. Now come to initiation process of transcription. In transcription, only short sequence of DNA is transcribed, not an entire genome. Initiation begins when RNA polymerase binds to promoter for the gene. Core enzyme of RNA polymerase enzyme is not able to bind tight and specifically. Due to this reason, sigma factor bound to core enzyme and sigma factor is then binds to promoter region of gene. We have to remember that promoter region is served only as a target for binding of the RNA polymerase. This promoter is not transcribed. This figure shows location of Tata and Pribno box in promoter region and transcription initiation site. We have seen the formation of transcription bubble in this figure. Now let's come to unwinding of DNA in transcription. In the promoter region, -10 site or Pribno box of DNA is rich of adenine and thymine, so it is easier to break the hydrogen bonds that keep it double stranded DNA. At this region, DNA unwound, that is called open complex, that becomes the transcription bubble. This transcription bubble moves with RNA polymerase as it proceeds to transcribe messenger RNA from template DNA strand during elongation. Within the transcription bubble, temporary RNA DNA hybrid is formed. As the RNA polymerase progresses in the 3' to 5' direction along the DNA template, sigma factor dissociates from core polymerase enzyme and is available to aid another unit of core enzyme to initiate transcription process. The transcription product messenger RNA is a complementary and antiparallel to the template DNA. As the single strand messenger RNA elongates and released, transcription bubble resume their double helical structure. In this figure, we can see messenger RNA released from transcription bubble and rewinding of DNA. All the processes such as unwinding of DNA, moving along the template and synthesizing RNA are accomplished by RNA polymerase enzyme. Elongation is the next stage when RNA strand gets longer after addition of new nucleotides. During elongation, RNA polymerase walks along one strand of DNA, that is template strand, in the 3' to 5' direction. So, for each nucleotide in the template strand, RNA polymerase adds a matching or complementary RNA nucleotide to the 3' end of the RNA strand. The RNA strand is just like a nearly identical to non-template or coding strand of DNA. In this figure, we can see elongation process of RNA. Next process is termination. Termination of transcription occurs when the core RNA polymerase dissociates from the template DNA. The end of the gene is marked by DNA sequences in trailer and the terminator. In prokaryotes, terminator contain nucleotides that form hydrogen bonds within single-stranded RNA. Due to intra-strand base pairing, there is hairpin-shaped loop and stem structure formed that pause or stop the transcription of DNA. There are two types of terminator. First is intrinsic or row independent terminators and second is row dependent terminators. Let's see row independent terminator. Row independent terminator features the messenger RNA hairpin followed by stretch of about 6 uridine residues, and RNA polymerase has paused at hairpin loop, then adenine uracil base pairs in the uracil rich region that is too weak to hold the RNA DNA complex together and RNA polymerase falls off. The second type of terminator is row dependent terminator. It lacks of polyuracil region and often the hairpin structure. It requires the help of a row protein factor. This factor binds to messenger RNA and moves along the molecule until it reaches the RNA polymerase that has halted at a terminator. Row dependent terminator has RNA DNA helicase activity and it serves root site in newly synthesized RNA where it binds and disrupts the RNA DNA hybrid formed during transcription. Row factor causes the polymerase to dissociate from the messenger RNA by unwinding the messenger RNA DNA complex. This is the structure of polycystonic messenger RNA of bacteria. Let's see how transcription occurs in eukaryotes. Transcription in eukaryotes is different from bacteria. In this process, messenger RNA is formed by RNA polymerase II enzymes. This enzyme required extra transcriptional factor to recognize promoter region of DNA. In eukaryotic DNA, Tata box located about 30 base pairs before the start point and the GC and CAT box located before 50 to 100 base pair upstream from starting point. Transcription factor 2D recognize promoter region. It contains Tata binding proteins that bind to DNA and bend the DNA on attachment. Due to this bending, DNA is more accessible for other proteins. RNA polymerase II enzyme binds to DNA. It has magnesium and active sites for DNA. They make DNA RNA hybrid. After elongation, they exit from RNA polymerase cleft. This messenger RNA is heterogeneous RNA. It contains both exons and introns. Now we will see modification in heterogeneous RNA. Eukaryotic messenger RNA arises from post-transcriptional modification of large RNA precursors about 5000 to 50,000 nucleotides long. This is called heterogeneous nuclear RNA. As heterogeneous RNA is synthesized, a 5' cap is added and after synthesis is completed, precursor RNA is modified by addition of 3' polyadenylic tail. It is also processed if necessary to remove any introns. Addition of polyadenine tail is initiated by an endonuclease enzyme that shortens the heterogeneous RNA and generates a 3' hydroxyl group. Then enzyme polyadenylate polymerase catalyzes the addition of adenylic acid to the 3' end of heterogeneous RNA to produce a poly-A sequence about 200 nucleotides long. The function of the 5' cap on eukaryotic messenger RNA may promote the initial binding of ribosomes to the messenger RNA and also protects messenger RNA from rapid enzymatic degradation. Poly-A tail must be shortened to about 10 nucleotides before messenger RNA can be degraded. Poly-A tail also help in messenger RNA translation. The initial RNA transcript contains both exons and introns sequences. Exons are expressing sequences coding for RNA that end up in the messenger RNA, and introns are intervening sequences coding for RNA that never translated. Introns are removed from the initial or primary transcript of messenger RNA by a process called splicing. Exons and intron junction have a guanine uracil sequence at the intron's 5' boundary and an adenine guanine sequence at its 3' end. These two sequences are defined as splice junctions and recognized by small nuclear RNA molecules. These complex with proteins to form small nuclear ribonucleoprotein particles that recognize splice junctions and ensure splicing accuracy. This is the figure of monocystonic messenger RNA of eukaryotes. Let's come to second process of gene expression, that is translation. Translation involves decoding messenger RNA and covalently linking amino acids together to form a polypeptide. In this process, messenger RNA transcript, transfer RNA, amino acids, ribosomes, enzymes, initiation factors, elongation factors and releasing factors are essentials. Site of the translation process are 30S plus 50S subunit of 70S ribosome in bacteria and 80S in eukaryotes. The first stage of translation is activation of amino acids, in which amino acids are attached to transfer RNA molecules. Transfer RNA molecules are normally between 73 and 93 nucleotides long. The acceptor or amino acid stem holds the activated amino acid on the 3' of transfer RNA. The 3' of transfer RNA has cytosine adenine sequence. The amino acid is attached to the terminal adenylic acid of transfer RNA. At the other ends of clover leaf transfer RNA is the anticodon arm, which contains the anticodon triplet complementary to the messenger RNA codon triplet. There must be at least one transfer RNA for each of the 20 amino acids. Incorporated into proteins, at least 20 different transfer RNA molecules are needed. Amino acids are activated for protein synthesis through a reaction catalyzed by amino acid transfer RNA synthetase enzyme. This reaction is driven by ATP molecules after its hydrolysis. This is the structure of transfer RNA, where we can see acceptor arms and anticodon region. Amino acids are activated by protein synthesis after reaction between amino acids, transfer RNA and ATP catalyzed by amino acid transfer RNA synthetase enzyme. The amino acid is attached to the 3' hydroxyl group of terminal adenylic acid on the transfer RNA by a high energy bond and ready to transfer to the end of a growing peptide chain. There are at least 20 amino acid transfer RNA synthetases, each specific for a single amino acid and its transfer RNA. The protein synthetic machinery recognizes only the anticodon of amino acid transfer RNA and cannot tell whether the correct amino acid is attached. If the wrong amino acid is attached to the transfer RNA, the enzyme hydrolyzes the amino acid from the transfer RNA and release the incorrect product. In the initiation stage, most bacteria begin protein synthesis with N-formyl methionine transfer RNA because the alpha amino is blocked by a formyl group, and this amino acid transfer RNA can be used only for initiation. Later, this formyl group is hydrolytically removed. Let us discuss about prokaryotic ribosome. Prokaryotic ribosomes have a sedimentation value of 70S and its molecular mass is 2.8 million Daltons. It is the actual work benches for protein synthesis. 70S ribosomes are constructed from 1 or 2 ribosomal RNA and many polypeptides. The region of the ribosome directly responsible for translation is called translational domain. 30S and 50S both subunits contributes to this domain. The 16S ribosomal RNA of the 30S subunit is needed for the initiation of protein synthesis in bacteria. The 3' end of 16S ribosomal RNA complexes with Sine-Dahl-Garneau sequence of messenger RNA, which is located in ribosome binding site. Next is binding of initiator transfer RNA with 30S free ribosomal subunit. In bacteria, initiator formyl methionine transfer RNA binds to a free 30S ribosomal subunit. The 30S subunit possesses a molecule of 16S ribosomal RNA with nucleotide sequences that are complementary to the Sine-Dahl-Garneau in the leader sequence of messenger RNA. As we know, leader is transcribed but not translated. This is because the role of the leader sequence is to align the messenger RNA with complementary bases on the 16S ribosomal RNA of 30 ribosomal subunit, such that the codon for the initiator formyl methionine transfer RNA is translated first. Messenger RNA have a special initiator codon AUG or sometimes GUG that specifically binds with formyl methionine transfer RNA anticodon. Then finally, the 50S subunit binds to the 30S subunit messenger RNA, forms an active ribosome messenger RNA complex. The formyl methionine transfer RNA must be positioned at the peptidyl or P site. This figure shows the growing peptide chain in ribosome. In bacteria, 3 protein initiation factors are required. Initiation factor 3 prevents 30S subunit binding to the 50S subunit and promotes the proper messenger RNA binding to the 30S subunit. Initiation factor 2 is the second initiation factor that binds GTP and formyl methionine transfer RNA and directs the attachment of formyl methionine to the P site of 30S ribosomal subunit. GTP is hydrolyzed during association of 50S and 30S subunits. Initiation factor 1 is needed for release of initiation factor 2 and GDP from the completed 30S ribosome. It also helps in the binding of 50S subunit to the 30S subunit. This figure shows the initiation of translation. The second step is elongation of the polypeptide chain. In elongation process, each and every activated amino acid is added with polypeptide chain. Elongation process is composed of 3 phases. First, amino acid transfer RNA binding phase. Second, the transpeptidation reaction, and third, translocation. The elongation process is aided by special protein elongation factors. In each turn of elongation cycle, amino acid corresponding to the proper messenger RNA codon is added to the C-terminal end of the polypeptide chain. In bacteria, the ribosome has 3 sites for binding transfer RNAs. First is the peptidyl or donor site or P site. Second, the amino acid or acceptor site or the A site, and the third, exit site or E site. At the beginning of an elongation cycle, the peptidyl site is filled with either N-formyl methionine transfer RNA or peptidyl transfer RNA, and the amino acid and the exit site are empty. Messenger RNA is bound to the ribosome in such a way that the proper codon interacts with the P site transfer RNA. The next codon is located within the A site and is ready to accept an amino acid transfer RNA. This figure shows the elongation process in ribosome. First phase of elongation cycle is the amino acid transfer RNA binding phase. In this phase, the amino acid transfer RNA corresponding to the codon in the A site is inserted, so its anticodon is aligned with the codon on messenger RNA. GTP and the elongation factor TU, which carries the amino acid transfer RNA to the ribosome, are required for this insertion. When GTP is bound to the elongation factor TU, the protein is in its active state and delivers amino acid transfer RNA to the A site. This is followed by GTP hydrolysis, and the elongation factor TU and GDP complex leave the ribosome. Elongation factor TU and GDP is converted to elongation factor TU-GTP with the aid of a second elongation factor TS. Subsequently, another amino acid transfer RNA binds to the elongation factor TU and GTP. Second phase of elongation cycle is transpeptidation. Amino acid transfer RNA binding to the A site initiates the second phase of the elongation cycle, that is transpeptidation reaction. This reaction is catalyzed by the 23S ribosomal RNA ribozyme activity called peptidyl transferase. Peptidyl transferase is located on the 50S subunit. The alpha amino group of the A site amino acid nucleophilically attacks the alpha carboxyl group of the C terminal amino acid on the P site transfer RNA. The peptide chain attached to the transfer RNA in the P site is transferred to the A site as a peptide bond is formed between the chain and incoming amino acids. This process requires extra energy. This figure shows bond formation in transpeptidation. The third and final phase of the elongation cycle is translocation. In this phase, three processes simultaneously happen. First, the peptidyl transfer RNA move about 30 angstrom from the A site to the P site. Second, the ribosome moves one codon along with messenger RNA, so that a new codon is positioned in the A site. And third, the empty transfer RNA leaves the P site. This figure shows the translocation of growing peptide chain. In the termination process, protein synthesis stops when ribosome reaches one of three nonsense codons UAA, UAG and UGA. The nonsense codon is found on the messenger RNA immediately before the trailer region. Three releasing factors, releasing factor 1, releasing factor 2 and releasing factor 3 help the ribosome recognizing these codons. Because there is no cognate transfer RNA for nonsense codon, so the ribosome stops. The peptidyl transferase hydrolyzes the peptide free from the transfer RNA in the peptide site and empty transfer RNA is released. Ribosome dissociates from its messenger RNA and separates into 30S and 50S subunits. Initiation factor 3 binds to the 30S subunit to prevent it from reassociating with the 50S subunit until the proper stage in initiation is reached. This figure shows the termination of translation, and after that newly formed polypeptide chain are folded by the help of helper proteins called molecular chaperones to its proper functional shape. Without folding, newly synthesized polypeptides filled in cytoplasm and fold improperly aggregated and non-functional. Now let us come to the summary of the lecture. In this lecture, we have learned that genetic material DNA is transferred to their progeny through transcription and translation, that is called central dogma. In transcription process, RNA is synthesized by RNA polymerase enzyme, which is complementary strand to the DNA template. But in this RNA chain, adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil and ribose sugar is present instead of deoxyribose sugar. Sigma factors helps the bacterial RNA polymerase bind to promoter region at the start of a gene, and RNA polymerase enzyme synthesize RNA transcript. A terminator marks the end of a gene. A rho factor is needed for RNA polymerase release from terminator. In translation process, ribosome's 30 subunit binds with messenger RNA, amino acids activated and attached to the 3' end of transfer RNA by amino acid transfer RNA synthetase enzyme. Amino acids are added to a growing peptide chain at translational domain. In bacteria, formylmethionine transfer RNA binds with an initiator codon AUG and the two ribosomal subunits. Here, initiation factor is participated. Then, in elongation process, proper amino acid transfer RNA binds to A site with elongation factors and energy molecules GTP. After that, transpeptidation process is catalyzed by peptidyl transferase enzyme. Then, translocation process occurs in which peptidyl transfer RNA moves to P site and ribosomes also moves along the messenger RNA. For this process, GTP is required. And at the nonsense codon on messenger RNA, protein synthesis stops. In bacteria, polypeptide chains are not folded until completely synthesized. Empty transfer RNA exit from exit site and ribosome dissociate from messenger RNA. For further reading, we can refer Prescott, Harley and Klein's Microbiology and Biochemistry of Leininger. We will discuss next lecture on operon system, in which we will see how structural genes regulated by regulatory proteins. Thank you.